The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Detroit Lions. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
18 Cardinal, 18
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hand the street. And go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
18.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Dragon 6. Hawk 70. Hawk 7. 19 Lions.
Throwing to start the drive. Phillips. He's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's a loss of 8.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Looking to throw. Phillips. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A solid stiff arm. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Carolina defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
18, pioneer, Stephanie, Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun, Phillips. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cougar 70, Sarah Wolf. Warrior 70. Ready up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Panthers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw.
This is caught by McMillan.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw again.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jalen Coker, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are back within a score. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Atkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21. Panthers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. They'll look to throw here.
He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards.
They worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
18, 19, 5, go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Panthers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Come on.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go. 77 Mustang 19. Go.
He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Let's go. 65, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos, trap 60, trap 60.
Second and 11. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
On the set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Come on, come on.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18 right. Back. 70 Lions.
On play action, they'll throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw here. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready, set.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Set.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 12. It's second down.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
65 catch, 60.
Off play action. Phillips. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the play fake. Phillips. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Robinson's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Rattler, 18-2. Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. Pioneer. Ready.
Off play action. Phillips. That is caught. He will have the first down and a bit more. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Panthers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Green flexing his muscle.
And he returns this to the 22. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He stays out. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cut 19. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Throw right side, taken by Sanders.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Faster.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Panthers first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Panthers
Back to throw again.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
Dragon 60. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
18 Rattle. Buffalo 18.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Trap 60, trap 60. Tap, check smash, check smash. Go street. Hurt.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready? 19, 18, Pioneer. Hey, smash. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
Phillips to throw from his end zone.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
To throw from his end zone, Phillips. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
19 tight, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw, Phillips. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Down the right sideline.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Panthers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
7 Pirates,
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
18 Cardinal, 18 Warriors, 70. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw. Phillips setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go, here we go. Ready to go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Hut, hut.
Gibbs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Let's go now. Blue, 32.
Off the play fake, Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Young. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And are able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's good. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Ready.
Henderson is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Lions 49, Panthers 21.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
18-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Ready up. Hey. Bronco 80. Go.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards. Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep.
Come on.
If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Come 19. Come 19. Hut, hut.
Now Phillips off the play fake. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
70 Lion. Bronco 80. Watch the tight end. Watch the tight end. Watch the keep. '70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss. Because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Let's go. Ready?
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
38.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
52 blue. Smash red. Steel black. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Ready.
First down, Panthers.
Here's Young from the shotgun. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down.
Come on.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Young quickly to the flat. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Okay, right.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Set, ready, set.
They'll throw again. Young. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Panthers 28.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that one hits the ground incomplete. So now just 4 ticks left in this one.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. Panther 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they suffer defeat for the first time as they drop to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.